Okay, I'm back on again. I've changed it to proper vertical this time. On this StreamYard app, as you're sort of trying to start your live stream, it says on the orientation, the aspect ratio, it says landscape mode recommended. But I don't know why it's recommending that one because nobody comes in if you're broadcasting landscape on YouTube hardly, unless you're super famous on here and popular, which I am not. I don't really intend to be, but you know what I mean? So you have to do it in vertical because it goes into the short section. People see some of the lives in the short section, so they're more noticeable in theory. But probably not at this time of the morning, but we'll see. So, like the title suggests, I'm live on a motorway here, not too far away from Spuggy's Bridge in Heaven. It's quite a busy motorway, and it's going to get more busy the earlier it gets. And it's going to get lighter, obviously, because it gets light a bit earlier now. So heading towards the summer, almost, but not quite. Sort of. If you know what I mean. Because a few weeks back, or months back, it was a lot darker in the mornings. Now it's starting to get a bit later. You see. I can see the sun shining on one of the clouds in front of me, so I could do it. Yeah, I can. I can still see. The sun is on its way up, ladies and gentlemen. The sun is on its way up. Yes, it is. And if I sound non-compass mentis, it's because I haven't had much sleep. I'm more upside down than the world right now. In more ways than one. By the way, I don't know if anyone's noticed, but there's some YouTubers who have made videos where they're allegedly setting foot on Epstein Island. And they make it look all exciting and dramatic and tense and stuff, but I'm pretty sure it was all arranged and planned. These YouTubers aren't just any YouTubers. I think they're, they're not just any YouTubers, put it that way. It's all planned. It's all planned. They've all been, it's all been arranged for them to do that, go on Epstein Island and make the video, making it look like they're sneaking on, but they're not, because there wasn't any security in sight when they're climbing up the island, getting past all the sea urchins and all that stuff, you know. And there's a few other clues in there as well. If you watch those videos, so far there's been at least 3 different YouTubers allegedly gone on Epstein Island just for the hell of a video to get on there, you know? Make it interesting, exciting, and all that stuff. And every single one of them, I think, maybe just 2 of them, I'm not sure. They says on the video, they said, I feel like I'm in a movie. Maybe that's because they are in a movie. Because it's not real, it's all staged. I'm not saying they didn't go on it, but it's all pre-planned. It's not quite as you think it is. Has anyone seen those videos where the YouTubers set foot on Epstein Island? Make it look all exciting, like they're at risk of getting caught or shot any minute. Anyone seen them? I've seen 3 different videos where they've gone on Epstein Island. And there's always 3 of them on the boat. Always 3 of them, pretty much. Groups of 3. Is anyone awake at this time of the morning? Anyone in the UK or anything? Anyone? Turn the seal away for a minute. Is anyone on here from the UK right now? Just wondering. There's somebody on the way up the path on his bike here. I can see him just coming up the path. And over there, there's a motorway that leads to Bolton. I've been down that motorway a few times. Not recently, but I've been down there. They just want to work. There's no lights on though. Not that you need them on the path, really. Bike. The light's pretty good here. It looks better through the camera than it does in real life here. It looks a lot brighter on the camera. It's still pretty dark here, actually. as the more years that pass by, where we've actually had the internet in existence for a longer period of time, I think as time goes on, people online are becoming less and less interactive, less and less talkative, and unfortunately, probably less and less friendly. But that's just the sign of the times, I guess. Progression or degression or whatever you call it. Yeah. Back in the day when you first went online, everyone was dying to talk to you and all that stuff, having good chats, making friends. These days, it's like no one can give a toss. Everyone's much of a muchness to everyone. It matters anymore. It's unfortunate, but it seems to be true. Everyone's much of a muchness online these days. That's what most people, I think, that's the way they see it. I don't see it like that, but I'm just saying that's what I'm experiencing. But I guess that's just how it is. And there's a farmhouse across the road. I don't think I can zoom in though. No, I can't zoom in. Not on a live stream, you can't zoom in, not on here. Unfortunately, you can't zoom in. There's a massive barn over there. I can see it. It's not very well lit up. I think you can just see it there, right there, the barn. Barn. Not to be confused with Barnes and Noble. That's entirely something different. That's a store in the US of A. It sells Blu-rays, books, and a few other things. I think. And behind here, if you excuse the wind, it's another road behind this bus stop here. It goes around the bend here. Got a few roadworks inside the road. They built new houses still over there. Some of them are finished, some of them aren't. Chances inside the bus stop. Not a good idea because my bike's in the shelter. Let me back. But anyway. It's the greatest of ideas, but nobody's here. But somebody could have whizzed past on a bike and stole my rucksack. My rucksack that's could have got stolen. You know? Well, as I thought it would be, I'm just doing a short live stream here. It's dead as a viewers have all left. No matter what you're talking about. Unless you're stripping off your kit, nobody wants to know. You can probably, if you were. You get Antonio Van Dingod, as Blot would say, off YouTube. Or whipping out the man boobs and all that stuff. Oh, it's a road sweeper or something. It's a road sweeper. Everyone's going to work right now, I think. At 5:36. Yeah. I think that's where they're going. Everyone's going to work right now in these cars. I think we've got some of that sort of little do they know they're going to replace everyone's jobs with AI soon. That's the plan, I guess. That's what I heard. AI is going to replace everyone's jobs. What do you think about that? Anyone care or anyone bothered about that? Should be interesting because sometimes AI is artificial lack of intelligence. So I hope they don't have AI flying the planes and stuff. Air traffic controllers are run by AI. That could be a bit dodgy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I would certainly say so. Well, looks like the viewers that are allegedly watching right now, all three of them, are probably like having trouble sleeping in bed. Is that correct? And you're just looking around YouTube for a bit until you get back to sleep. That way you're up to. You're just trying to get a bit sleepy to go back to sleep and just watch another video. Well, that cleared them out. Should clean out here. Can I ask them a simple question? And the bugger off. Yes, exactly what I'm talking about. Hello there, Yix. How are you doing? How's it going? So how's it going? I said. Are you still there? Ah, thanks very much. Thanks very much for the subscription. So whereabouts are you from? Are you from a different country to the one I'm in? I'm just out in the middle of the night here. You're talking to somebody who doesn't sleep at night. And I'm up all night and all morning, actually. California. All right, which part of California are you in? Like LA or somewhere? Are you next to Venice Beach? Newport. Oh, Newport. I was going to say, which is there a Newport in California? Newport. You meant Newport. I read it wrong. Sorry about that. I've hardly had any sleep, you see, since yesterday. So, what time is it over there at the minute? It must be like, let's see. It must be about 12 o'clock or 11 at night, is it? Something like that. "9:39 p.m." All right, I was over a couple hours out then, or something like that. Wasn't too far away, I guess. By the way, have you seen those? Have you seen those videos on YouTube where these guys are allegedly sneaking onto Epstein Island on their videos? By any chance? There's a few of them. One's called Vince something. I don't know his second name. Quite a big YouTuber, quite popular, but I've never heard of him. I just discovered his video the other moment, the other night. Yeah, there's at least 3 YouTubers that've done separate videos where they're getting in a speedboat or a dinghy, and then they go across to near Epstein Island, and they swim in the water the rest of the way, and then some of them go onto the island. Well, a couple of them did, I think. Some of them just went had an attempt at going on it. They didn't get too far because there's loads of sea urchins in the water. All right, no probs. Thanks for coming in. Bye for now. See you later. Turn the camera on. So how's everybody else doing that's in here? Are you all doing all right? Or not so much? Let us know. I probably won't be on here too long. So I've got I've got some like odds and ends of the rubbish sack. I need to go into the freezer and just pick them up at the shop, all night shop. Because they need to go in the freezer, you see. Otherwise, they might go off. Aldi truck's just passed, I think. And there's an ambulance coming somewhere. Yeah, there's an ambulance coming. Here we go. Where's it? There it is. Ambulance is coming. I know what's going on there then. I think I might have a good idea actually, but I'm not going to mention that here. Hello there, Scott. I'm next to, not too far away from Spuggy's Bridge on Motorway here. You know this area? Any chance, Heaven area near Gateshead? Oh, someone's pulling up. I'm going to get kidnapped or catnapped or something similar. Possibly. Nah, I think it's that guy. It always comes here. He picks somebody up and must be giving them a lift to work or something. So I'm not going to get catnapped or kidnapped. I don't think. Unless it's somebody different. I'm just assuming it's the same guy from the other few nights. So where are you from, Scott? Are you from the UK or the Northeast or London or somewhere else? I can't go too far away from this bus stop because I've got all my gear in there. I've got all my richer gear in the bus stop. Right in there. And there's a road. Australia. All right. You've got the same bridge as us up here in Newcastle upon Tyne, the same bridge, the Tyne Bridge. Yours looks almost identical to ours because it was built by the same guy or designed by the same architect or something like that. It's like like a half circle shape. Ours is usually blue, but I don't know what colour it is these days. Like a greeny blue. We've got a similar one in Sunderland, which used to be red. I think now it's like a greeny colour, I'm not sure. That's the painted it with a rainbow colours for the U. I don't know. Because they made some of the police cars like that. LG. LG. Oh, forget it. I'm not online. Yeah, I just came on to do a quick live stream because it's the early hours of the morning here in England. I haven't been to bed. I don't go to bed at night anymore. So I'm like a regular Count Dracula. And if the sun starts coming up, I might turn into a pile of ash. So I have to depart before that happens. As you probably can understand. I don't want to become a pile of ash. The sun comes up, I'll be like Grace Jones in that movie. You know Vamp? Grace Jones plays a vampire. It's made in 1986. You ever heard of that film? Vamp. Turns into a pile of ash in that. Pretty much. Oops, I might have just give the plot away in case you haven't seen it. Yeah, plenty of trucks passing down here. I know you have lots of concerts on in Sydney Opera House, don't you? I know Cliff Richard's been on there. I think I've got one of his concerts in Sydney Opera House on DVD. Have you heard of it though? Vamp. Made in 1986. Chris Makepeace is in it. That guy from the Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, what's his name again? Robert Russler. That's him, Robert Russler from the Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2. Freddy's Revenge. Let's get ready for Five Nights at Freddy's. Well, not really, being early. Have you been on my live streams before, have you, Scott? You've been on my live streams before? All right. Well, thanks very much for coming in. I really appreciate it. Have you heard about YouTube's getting rid of loads of channels? Just terminating them. They're using AI to terminate people's channels. Apparently, somebody's channel got taken down by AI because they thought they were an imposter pretend to be somebody else using their videos. When in reality, he was the real person who owned the actual original videos, and somebody else stole them, and his channel got removed because they thought he was the imposter. This is how bad it's getting. People steal their videos and re-upload them onto their channels to make money off them. Something like that. They thought he was the imposter. And his channel got terminated. Instead, using their channels. That could be next. You never know. And they're getting rid of loads of the AI channels, people with AI content, and like demonetized as well. Thanks very much for that, Scott. Really appreciate it. Thanks very much. I haven't done an actual proper video for a while. Like, got a problem with my phone. It's almost full. You know, the SD. Well, it doesn't have an SD card. The built-in memory is nearly full. I've got to try and transfer some of my files over to somewhere else somehow. Yeah, no problem. You're very welcome, Scott. It's not the most comfortable seat in here. The bus stop. Should have brought a deck chair with us. It's a bit difficult carrying a deck chair on a bike, though. I've tried it, but I should imagine it would be. All right, no problem, Scott. Thanks very much for coming in. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day or night. Apparently there's only one bus that stops at this bus stop. Where is it? That's it. There it is. It's the 558, which goes to South Shields. I think it goes to South Shields. I think. Yeah, probably. So, just in case anyone's wondering, I'm not planning on doing a stealth camp in this bus shelter this morning or anything, because it'll be getting late soon. I don't really do stealth camps, so I don't think I'm physically up to that. In fact, I'm going to have to go in a minute because I've already got some severe. I'll say that again. I'll have to go. It's very noisy here. I'll have to go in a minute because I've already got some sort of proverbial shite going on there. So I'll have to leave because of this. I need a more comfortable seat. yeah. So thanks very much for coming in, everyone. Hang on, it's round again. Right. It's round again. Oh. Right then. So this was just a quick live stream just to prove I'm still in the UK and all that. What have you? I just thought I'd do a little one since I was out this morning. So thanks very much for everyone for coming in, and thanks to those who spoke as well. Really appreciate it. So I'm gonna head off home now. It's getting very busy here, noisy. You can hardly hear myself. So I'll catch you all later. So bye. See you later. Bye.